Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm back with another unboxing and first impressions, and this time it's the LG Velvet. So this one's the AT&T model, but it's going to be available on other carriers later on this summer. This is actually going to be available on July 22nd, which is the day after this video was recorded. I'm really excited about this, and I've been waiting for it to come out for a while. It got announced overseas in Korea quite a while ago, later at the end of the spring. So now we finally have our hands on it, and we can take it out of the box and take a look at it, along with the dual screen. Now, before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you can get updates when new videos come out. Now, let's take a look inside the box. All right, now it's time to take the LG Velvet out of the box. I have the Aurora Silver version, but it also comes in Aurora Gray, Aurora Red, Pink, and White, and it's going to be carrier specific. Not all of them are going to be available at each carrier. Now that we've used our handy dandy unboxing tool, let's go ahead and take the top off of this and see what the phone looks like on the inside. Now here we are with the LG Velvet. I've been waiting for this phone to come out a long time, and it looks really, really nice. I've been intrigued by this ever since the rumors started coming out earlier in the year with the raindrop pattern for the cameras, the sleek design, and now I'm glad to finally have it in hand. It has a 6.8-inch OLED panel on it, which is a good size screen. It's only a 1080p resolution, but I'm perfectly okay with that at the $599 price point. We have a 12 megapixel peephole, or it's got the little teardrop thing, but cutout camera for the front-facing selfie camera. And then the camera's on the back, 48 megapixel for the primary shooter. Then there's a 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 5 megapixel depth sensor for the bokeh effect and all that stuff, plus the LED flash. I really like the way that this looks. I've had a couple of these glowy phones like the Note 10 last year and then the OnePlus 8, and they look a little on the fake side with too much of that rainbow effect, but this, I think they kind of nail it with this one. It looks good. Headphone jack on the bottom, USB-C connector. It's got a 4300 milliamp battery. It's running Android 10. There's no facial recognition, which I kind of wish that it had on there. That's really the only thing that irks me about this new thing that LG is doing. But it does have 120 gigabytes of internal storage, expandable to 2 terabyte, and it has 6 gigs of RAM, which is a little on the inside as well. However, we'll see how it works out before we make any judgments on that. It has all the documentation you're not going to read on the inside, which is why I didn't talk about it too much. Additionally, you have the SIM removal tool, and then you have a simple USB-C cable, and you have your charging brick, which you can use to charge the phone up. Now, as far as the lettering goes on the charger, it says 5 volt 1.8 amp or 5 volt or 9 volt 1.8 amp. Maybe it has dual amperage on here depending on what it's plugged into. I haven't seen that before, so I guess it charges pretty quick. Moving on and taking a look at the dual screen now, I want to go ahead and show you this as well. One of the cool things that LG has done here in like the last 12 months, it started with the LG G8X, the V50, the V60. Now we have the LG Velvet, which is also taking advantage of the dual screen. I don't know if this is going to come with it. I don't know if they're going to be priced separately, but it is really nice, and it has the second screen on the front of it, which is a little monochrome display. You can see the date and the time, all that good stuff, get some notifications, but then it opens up. It works as a case, but it also has the second screen on the left-hand side so that you can multitask, you can do all sorts of things with it, and it looks pretty cool. I like how this is color matched to the phone. I don't know if the other ones are going to be that way or if they're all just going to be silver, but this silver on silver looks pretty darn sleek. I'm impressed with it. When you open up the case, that's where the little mag lock is. The way this works, it has little pins on the bottom. It connects and it seals magnetically, so you don't have to worry about it falling off or disconnecting. And then you plug in your regular USB-C charging cable, which is how you charge the phone inside of the case. The case itself does not have a battery. It relies on the battery from the phone to power it. So just so you know, if that's plugged into there, then it's something that's going to drain your battery even faster, because instead of using a 4300 milliamp battery for one screen, you're going to be using it for 2 screens. But you can see it fits on here really nice. It gives you a degree of protection. It protects the front of the screen as well, so you don't have to worry about a screen protector this way. and I think it looks sleek. Going back to what I said earlier, it does not have facial recognition, which I really wish that it did because I use that a lot, but I also do like having the fingerprint sensor, which you can see works well here. It's the optical fingerprint sensor. It's not like the ultrasonic one like Samsung has, but this is very popular in a lot of phones, namely OnePlus, LG, they use it, and it works really well. You can set it up as soon as you set the phone up, and yeah, it works fine. I don't have any issues with it whatsoever, and I haven't with the other devices. I just wish that it had facial recognition on top of it. Even if it were simple facial scanning, I kind of feel like that's a bit of a miss here. Ta-da! Here we are with the LG Velvet. I did get it set up, and I've been using it for a little bit. I wanted to take an opportunity to kind of showcase some of this stuff because, of course, the phone's going to be available July 22nd. This is July 21st, so it's going to be out tomorrow at AT&T. They're supposed to trickle out to the other carriers, according to the information that I got later on this summer. Some of the key important features on here that I like are, of course, the cameras. It has a 48 megapixel primary shooter, and then you've got the 5 megapixel depth sensor, 8 megapixel ultra wide on the back. They didn't go swinging for the fences with a lot of this stuff. And I can appreciate that because it seems like they invested a lot of their engineering prowess and innovation into the form factor. They wanted to make something that stood out, and I think that they have done that. I do like this raindrop pattern design where it kind of simulates a raindrop. You have the larger drop, and then it trickles down towards the depth sensor down on the bottom, and then the LED flash that's there as well. They still have the Google Assistant button on the side, which I like. It's balanced very well. It kind of reminds me of the Note 10. It does have a boxy appearance, but it has really nice, subtly curved edges on the display and then rounded edges up here on the top, which I like. I can get jiggy with this. USB-C on the bottom, of course, the speaker. Something interesting about the headphone jack, it doesn't have quad DAC. I don't know how I feel about that. Since it is only $599, I kind of give them a pass on that because you still have the V series, which of course, it seems like the different V and G series are going away with this device. They're going to start having real names, which I like. I've been complaining about a lot of phones for a long time, and they just get so caught up in these names like the V50, the V60, ThinQ 5G. It's just the LG Velvet. It's nice, it's simple. I think they might be ahead of the power curve on this one, and I do like that. SIM tray up on the top. It does have SD card support up to 2 terabytes. With the 128 gigs of internal storage, I think that's perfectly fine. It does have 6 gigabytes of RAM. For $599, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more than that. I'm not going to be too picky or judgmental on that right now just because I haven't had time to test it out. But with the Snapdragon 765G, which is a 5G chipset, it works with the sub-6 5G. It should work perfectly fine, but since this is an AT&T carrier lock model and I have T-Mobile, I can't test it out right now. I might go pick up a Cricket SIM card just so I can test it out so I can give y'all a real deal test on the phone. I really, really like the back. Normally, I don't really care for this whole glow effect, but this one seems to lean primarily towards color, and then it has the aurora effect, like aurora borealis. You know, you can see it up in the sky. You live in Alaska. It doesn't have facial recognition. It does have IP68 dust and water resistance. It does have Quick Charge 4.0. It has a 4,300 milliamp battery, which should be perfectly fine with the Snapdragon 765. And of course, they sent me this case too, which I'll go ahead and put on here. Yours, I imagine, will not come with the case, but they do have some neat little cases, and this is actually a wallet one. I'm gonna have to try and find a screen protector for it. That might also be an issue. I'm gonna search for that. One thing is I'm going to do a 72-hour impressions video. I don't like to, I haven't really had time to use the phone that much. So this is just unboxing first impressions, just so you can see what's in the box and kind of get an idea for what it looks like because it's brand new. You haven't had a chance to look at these yet. So I'll do my 72-hour impressions video in a couple of days, and we'll come back and touch on some more of those things. And then, of course, like we saw earlier, we have the dual screen. Now, the dual screen, it's a monochrome screen. You saw in the clips earlier that it just gives you some of the status information, which I like. And this is basically the same as the one that's on the V60. And then we have the mag lock on the bottom, which is what allows you to plug the USB-C in and charge your phone while it's in the case. So, yeah, lots of stuff here, lots of things to digest. But overall, I think it's cool. And I'm glad that it's only $599. We're right on the verge of the Samsung Unpacked event where, of course, they're going to talk about their $1,000 phones. The iPhones are just around the corner. I'm sure those are going to be expensive. Of course, they'll have a lower price model. It's really refreshing seeing a company like LG come out with something this nice, this sleek, that feels premium, but still at a $599 price point. And I don't want to get too caught in the weeds with the other ones because the carrier pricing and the incentives and the deals are likely going to be unique to each individual carrier. And I don't know if they're going to have a millimeter wave version for Verizon that's going to cost more. So, I mean, like $50 more, but still, that's how it was with the V60. I kind of expect to see that, but don't quote me on it because I just don't know at this point in time. But overall, it feels nice. I mean, it feels premium. It looks premium, and I like it so far. And I got everything set up. I'm just getting a chance to use it now. And I like these animations when you start it up too, and that is pretty cool. That's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you can get updates when new videos come out. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.